everyone got ready to go back home. I also helped gather up the scattered cards. I suddenly paused. They were just the suspect cards, but I noticed something strange. Rena, Sakuto, Rika, Keiichi, Mion, Satoshi. Satoshi? Not all the cards were made by us. Or at least, every card besides this one has the name of a club member. Does that mean this Satoshi fella is a member? Was there someone in the class named Satoshi? I couldn't find anyone named Satoshi on the class roster stuck up on the wall. Keiichi-kun, let's hurry up and finish cleaning up. Being rushed by Rena, I finished up quickly. Sakuto and Rika-chan had already headed merrily from their lockers, so we were the only ones left in the classroom. Right now, Rena had already gotten a bag and was ready to leave. Rena, there must have been quite a few people who transferred from this school, right? I tried asking Rena in a roundabout way. Rena made a troubled face and then answered. Yeah, Hinamizawa is a rural town after all. Some people transfer out now and then. Then is Satoshi another one of these transferees? Sorry, I don't really know. There was a bit of a pause, but the answer was pretty much immediate. I'm not saying it to be mean. Just last year, I transferred in, so maybe I just missed him. So I didn't hear much about him. Sorry. I am not sure. Sorry. Her answer was a lot like when she refused to tell me about the murder at the dam. I was saddened by her denial and felt a bit of anger. I'm their friend, aren't I? Friends don't keep secrets from their friends, do they? They do. They do. Though I do appreciate that they kept that unsettling curse thing from me. But if everyone is worried about it, I'd rather be worried with them. That's what it means to be friends, right? My gig is that I think something's going slightly wrong in Keiichi's mind at the moment. For a moment, I wondered just what kind of face I was making just then, with these mixed feelings of sadness and annoyance. Keiichi-kun, you're making a scary face. Why is it? Why? It was probably exactly the kind of face Rena said it was. It appeared my grim expression had frightened her. Sorry. I was really looking forward to the club today. I'm just feeling a bit down about it. I rustled Rena's hair. Let's go home. Drank that awkward mood with us, we headed home. Off we go, back home. I wonder why. Why have I been getting this dull feeling lately? I didn't know anything. I had nothing to worry about. I was enjoying my everyday life. My long outstretched shadow gave me no answer to my naive inquiry. Keiichi-kun, are you tired? Maybe? Rena timidly questioned the reason behind my mood. I'm sure my expression made this situation even more unsettling. You think so? Yeah. You seem to have been a little out of it since this morning. Maybe a cold? Physically, I was pretty sure I was in perfect health. It may not seem like it, but I've had perfect attendance since elementary school. Good for you. Rena continued on, since I didn't give her an answer. Could it be that the fatigue from moving has finally caught up to you? It's completely different from where you used to live after all. Of course, you've gone tired, since there's so much you need to get used to and remember. Maybe that's it. Yeah, it has to be. I know it was also like that at first too. I can tell, you know. I wonder if Rena also experienced the slight bit of alienation last year that I was feeling right now. Thinking so, I felt that she was the only one who could understand how I felt. I'd like to hear about when you first came to Hinamizawa. How was it? Feeling I had been drawn into the conversation, her face suddenly brightened. Ha 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 ha, it was the same as Keiichi-kun. I didn't know the villagers' names at all. Mi-chan and the rest were very kind, so I wasn't lonely, but it did feel a little out of place. Rena told me all the details of when she moved here, all of her first acquaintances and surprises, worries and the good times. So Sakuto got you too? Yeah, there was a thumbtack put on my chair. Poke. Then with that yeah, that really takes me back. Those thumbtack traps of hers. When were you invited to the club? The first day? Nah. There wasn't a club at the beginning. It was formed partway through. One day she said we should stay after school and hold a big game tournament. Come to think of it, Mion did say she was the first club president. Now I get it. This is a secret, but Mi-chan used to be really bad at the beginning. She never'd win. Huh? Mion? Really? I can't ever imagine that. She had to do most of the penalties that she came up with. Boy, that must have been some hefty motivation there. Hahaha, seriously, don't tell. I can't believe Mion was like that. So she gradually transformed into a monster who used any means necessary to win during that time. Mion is at her best when she's fighting dirty. I began making more friends besides Mi-chan after that, but yeah, it might be only since you moved here that I finally felt like I had gotten used to it here. I guess Rena had also been left in the dark about Oyashiro-sama when she had just moved here. I guess when they finally told me about Oyashiro-sama, I'll be considered one of them. I wonder when I'll finally be considered one of them. Huh? Did you say something? No, sorry. Just, talking to myself. Nothing weird about that at all. Ha ha ha, Keiichi-kun, you're silly. Rena was poking fun and laughing at me, and I couldn't help but laugh as well. But I suddenly stopped. Then, after making up my mind, I spoke. Hey, Rena? Is there something that everybody is keeping from me? Huh? No, not at all. You're lying, aren't you? Rena suddenly stopped. Her expression was cold and intense. What do you mean by that, Keiichi-kun? Her tone was still the same cheery and light-hearted one as before. You are, aren't you? Keeping something from me. After understanding what I meant, her expression grew more intense. Seeing that face, I regretted saying something so rash. But she came back to me in a way I didn't expect. Oh no, oh god no. No, we made Rena go. She's got the crazy eyes. Well then, Keiichi-kun, aren't you keeping something from us? Huh? Her tone didn't change, but it was the first time I'd seen this expression from Rena. With how her gaze pierced through me, I couldn't believe that this was the same Rena. Aren't you? Lies or secrets, aren't you? You are. Secrets. She didn't actually say that part, but she looked as if she did. The incident with Tomitake-san and how I felt alienated from the group. Even without having to think about it, there were things I knew that I felt guilty about. But I didn't tell everyone about what happened with Tomitake-san. To be considerate, and not because the police officer told me not to tell them. Not because of that. I was keeping it a secret. Just the same way they didn't tell me about Oyashiro-sama. Then, aren't we even? No, I'm not. No lies, nor secrets. Liar. Her answer was instant, and it shook me. Rena stared as if burrowing through me, watching me like a hawk. Why would you say I'm lying? Didn't you say that you were called into the teacher's room yesterday during the club meeting, Keiichi-kun? I know. You didn't go to the teacher's room. I swallowed hard. It clearly wasn't a bluff. She knew what happened. The teacher said you had a guest, didn't she? But you didn't talk at the entrance. You talked inside of the car near the school gate. With some man we didn't know. Rena knew everything. He knew that I was called up by Oshi-san, and that I'd heard about the incident with Tomitake-san as well. Did she know all about it? Exactly. Who was that man? I don't know him. Why did someone you didn't know have business with you? I want to know that myself. Then, what did you talk about? It has nothing to do with you guys. It was a lie. Oh no, oh god, lies! Rena screamed, echoed through the trees, sending frightened birds into the air. I couldn't exhale the deep breath I had just taken. No, it was more like I wasn't allowed to exhale. It was here. I first realised the person in front of me, she wasn't Rena Ruger. Then, who was it that was standing before me now? Who had assumed Rena Ruger's appearance? I had held my breath for so long, I could feel myself suffocating. Right? And then she made a facial expression that Rena normally might have made. It didn't matter that it was Rena's usual smile. It chilled me to the bone. She drew closer to me. I felt her breath against my face. It wasn't the least bit exciting. Whoever this Rena was, with Rena's face... Oh god. Damn, I had it going so well! Whoever this was with Rena's face was going to chew my nose right off. I cowered as I imagined that. Then, she smirked as if she was able to see right through me. We also have secrets, just like how Keiichi-kun has secrets. It was Rena's usual smile, but her eyes were still like that of a hawk's. Bringing her face close enough to mine to almost bump into my nose, she kindly persuaded me. I couldn't nod or shake my head. This person standing in front of me, this person who looks like Rena, frightened me to my core. I was terrified, knowing that she could hear the sound of me swallowing nervously. After what felt like an eternity, after a long, empty silence, she finally spoke. Let's go. It's getting chilly. It was Rena again. Smiling at me once more, she started walking as if nothing had happened at all. When I was released from her gaze, my legs gave out from under me and I slumped onto the ground. I wasn't able to lift a finger until Rena was out of sight. Who was that? I felt cold. My body was drenched in sweat. I was finally able to form a coherent thought and asked myself once again, who was that person who looked like Rena Ruger?